and BBC Worldwide, so it should air just about everywhere, so hopefully you'll all be able to see it. It'll come out next year. It's 8 1-hours, all high definition. As Nick said, it's called Oceans. It's taking me all over the world, from Latin America to the United States, Europe, Asia. Just got back from Tasmania last week. Where are the Australians? They're up here in front. Tasmania, oh my goodness. Got to see a Tasmanian devil. If you ever get an opportunity to go to Tasmania or Australia, period, take it. It's an incredible country. And as I was flying on the airplane, I was reflecting back on the past year. It was taking me all over the world on various adventures and expeditions. And I was thinking about tonight. And I was thinking about the themes of this week. Imagine, discover, and innovate. And I remember I was looking out the window, and my trip, which is about 26 hours in total or so, took me from the Southern Ocean across the Pacific to the shores of the Atlantic. 3 oceans. The first, second, and fourth largest oceans in the world. And I thought to myself, imagine, what a perfect theme for a night like tonight, and for indeed this entire week. Because imagination is why I was sitting on that airplane. And imagination is why I'm here today. Imagination that goes back before any of us were born, decades ago, when a French naval officer, a captain, sat along the shores of the Mediterranean and stared out at those azure blue waters, frustrated at the lack of his ability to explore them, frustrated by the limits of one breath of air. And it was that imagination, thinking about what could be, what possibilities are there, that led him to invent the aqualung, the scuba tank, small submersibles, and myriad other things, and usher in an entire era of ocean exploration. I mean, it's crazy when you think that 50 years ago, the stuff we take for granted, the images, the icons, the Nemos of the world, the Shampoo, Flipper, things like that, nobody even knew what they looked like. No one had any concept. And it's really just in the last 50 years that we have engaged in such an incredible amount of discovery about our natural world. And it's that legacy and that discovery that has continued exploration of the deadliest creature, Australia, that's right. Deadliest creatures in the ocean. And the important role that they play in the various ecosystems in which they live. Now, unfortunately, there was an accident, and Steve passed away right in the middle of filming that piece. But it was an honor to work with him, and I brought a little, my last clip of the night is a little clip from that film that he and I worked on. And I think it's kind of a poignant reminder of where we stand today and the issues that we're facing. We have a greater understanding than ever of the world around us and the challenges. And I think this kind of sums it up nicely.
Build up a complete picture of crocodile habits so we can make life safer for humans who share the same territory, and to help ensure the survival of the species. We've arrived where the depth is about 100 feet, suitable to release the croc. Here he will have the choice of how deep he dives and which direction he takes. The logging device will record everything about his location, and the speedometer on his back will tell us how fast he travels and for how long. It's time to loosen the door and get ready to release the croc.
Alright team, here's what we're going to do. We're going to tilt the box up. I'm thinking if we open it, we'll just walk on out. Everyone needs to stay back and clear of the crate.
The saltwater crocodile has survived for millions of years by being wary of danger. And that's what he's doing right now. Being cautious until he's sure it's safe to leave the box.
Hey, he looks good, doesn't he?
Steve is following the croc to make sure he's swimming normally and the scientific instruments can stay attached.
13.3 meters. Coming up. It's maintained 0.32 meters.
Only Steve could do this. He knows these animals so well and is constantly aware of the body language and potential attack posture.
But he's swimming for that. What is he drinking?
Steve is getting as close as he can for a visual check of the data loggers at depth, and so far, so good. The instruments are designed to come loose after several hours in the water, which means they can't be attached too firmly to start with. Steve can see that both the data logger high up on the back and the speedometer trailing behind are still hanging on, even with the crock's powerful swimming action.
You can see the way he's tucking his legs in alongside his gauge and use that big, rudder-like tail that's just following up in front of us.
What an impressive creature, the saltwater crocodile, deadliest reptile in the ocean.
How's that? He's going for a deep dive, tail flicking, and he's heading southwest, just about right where he came from. Woo-hoo! Mission accomplished. You beauty.
Coming up, Steve and I reveal the most deadly animal of all. Coming face to face with some of the ocean's deadliest creatures makes us realize that the most lethal of all is humankind. Humans are plundering the ocean every day, and scientists are warning that fish stocks are declining so fast they could disappear by the middle of this century. Even the ocean bottom is being ripped apart by indiscriminate large-scale trawling. Massive nets are designed to take every living creature above a few inches long. Are awash with what we call ghost nets, abandoned nets for fishing ships that continue a deadly harvest until they rot or sink. Shark control nets on beaches kill not only sharks, but also species like dolphins, seals, turtles, and whales. There's the incredible waste of finning, shark bodies dumped back in the water after their fins are hacked off to make soup. Man's destruction of the ocean is causing the collapse of fishery after fishery right around the world. Through the barbarity of whaling, some whale species have been driven to the brink of extinction, hunted relentlessly in the thousands. Protection of some